I need to tell you something. And I don't just need you to listen. I need you to really hear me. Because what I'm about to say, it might save you years, maybe decades. That thing you're chasing right now, the money, the promotion, the perfect body, the house, the respect, the recognition, whatever it is you believe will finally make your life work. It's not going to give you what you think it will. My name is William. I'm 77 years old, and I spent over 50 years of my life chasing things that were never going to fill what I was trying to fill. 50 years. That's not a small mistake. That's not a detour. That's a lifetime. So sit with me for a few minutes, because what took me half a century to understand, I'm going to try to give to you right now. And maybe, just maybe, you won't lose as much time as I did. We all do this. Every single one of us. We build our lives around a sentence that sounds harmless, even logical. I'll be happy when I get the promotion. I'll be happy when I make more money. I'll be happy when I pay off the house. I'll be happy when I retire. I'll be happy when people finally respect me. I said that sentence for most of my life. And here's the part no one tells you. You can actually get everything you said you wanted, and still not feel the way you thought you would. I got the promotion. I paid off the house. I built the career. People respected me, or at least I think they did. At 77, you stop keeping score. But when I reached those milestones, I didn't feel complete. I didn't feel like I had arrived. I felt empty. Not completely empty. It's not that dramatic. It's more subtle than that. It's like climbing a mountain your entire life, thinking that when you reach the top, everything will finally make sense. And when you get there, you realize there's just another mountain. I remember one moment clearly. I was 52 years old, sitting in my corner office, big windows, my name on the door, people calling me sir, everything I had worked for. I closed the door, sat down, and looked out at the city, and a thought hit me harder than anything ever had before. This is it? This is what I missed dinners for? This is what I missed my kids' childhood for? This is what I gave my energy, my time, my life to? And instead of feeling fulfilled, I felt a quiet kind of disappointment. Not loud, not dramatic. Just a realization that something wasn't right. It took me another 20 years to understand what that feeling meant. Here's what I eventually figured out. I wasn't chasing money. I wasn't chasing titles. I wasn't even chasing respect. I was chasing a feeling of being enough, a feeling of mattering, a feeling of being worthy. That's what I was really after. And I thought if I just achieved enough, if I climbed high enough, if I proved myself enough, that feeling would finally arrive. But it doesn't work like that. You cannot earn the feeling of enough from the outside. You can't get it from a job title. You can't get it from a paycheck. You can't get it from other people's approval. Because no matter how much you achieve, there will always be another level, another expectation, another comparison, another reason to feel like you're still not there yet. And here's the truth that changed everything for me. That feeling you're chasing. You could give it to yourself right now. You don't need permission. You don't need proof. You don't need to earn it. You just need to decide. Decide that you are already enough. Exactly as you are. Right now. I could have made that decision at 25. I made it at 73. That's nearly 5 decades spent trying to earn something that was already mine. Let me tell you something else I'm not proud of. My marriage almost fell apart, and not because I didn't care, not because I wasn't trying, but because I misunderstood what actually matters. I thought my job as a husband was to provide, so I provided. I worked harder, longer, more intensely. I made sure we had the house, the cars, the financial stability. From the outside, I was doing everything right. But inside the relationship, I was missing. Even when I was physically there, my mind was somewhere else. At work. Thinking about work. Recovering from work. And one day, my wife said something to me that I will never forget. She said, like, William, I don't need the money. I need you. I need you to look at me. I need you to hear me. I need you to be here. And I didn't understand. Not right away. Because in my mind, I was being there. I was paying the bills. I was doing my duty. But it took me years to understand this. Providing for someone is not the same as being present with them. Not even close. You can give someone everything and still not give them what they actually need. Now at 77, I've had the chance to observe something interesting. I look at people my age, friends, acquaintances, people I've known for decades, and I see two very different paths. There are people who are still chasing, still comparing, still keeping score. I have a friend, 84 years old, still upset that his neighbor has a nicer car. 84. Still measuring his life against someone else's, still feeling like he's behind. And he's miserable. Absolutely miserable. Then I know others. People who don't have nearly as much, but they have something else. A lightness, a calmness, a kind of peace you can feel just by being around them. They're not trying to prove anything anymore. They're not chasing validation. They're just here, present, curious, grateful for small things. I have a friend named Earl. He's 86, lives in a small apartment, fixed income. Health isn't great, but he's one of the happiest people I know. He wakes up every day grateful. He reads, learns, asks questions. He told me once, William, I spent 60 years trying to be somebody. Now I'm just trying to be here. And it's so much better. That's the difference. It's not about how much you have. It's about whether you've made peace with yourself. Let me tell you what real freedom feels like, because I didn't understand this for most of my life. I thought freedom meant financial security, no debt, no obligations, plenty of money. But I've met people with all of that. And they're still trapped. Trapped in worry, trapped in fear, trapped in their own thoughts. Real freedom is something else entirely. It's when things that used to bother you don't bother you anymore. It's when someone criticizes you, and it doesn't shake your sense of self. It's when you're not walking around needing everyone to like you. It's when you can look in the mirror, see exactly who you are, and feel okay with it. Not perfect. Not better than anyone else. Just okay. Real freedom is not needing anything outside of you to feel okay inside of you. And that kind of freedom, most people spend their entire lives chasing and never find. Here's the trap, and I want you to really understand this. You think once you get the thing, you'll finally feel satisfied. But satisfaction doesn't work that way, because the mind always moves the goalpost. You get the house, now you want a bigger one. You get the promotion, now you want the next level. You reach one milestone and immediately create another. I remember paying off my house at 58. I thought, this is it. Now I'll feel free. But instead of feeling free, I started worrying about something else. Retirement, healthcare, the economy. What if became my new problem? That's when it hit me. The fear doesn't go away when your circumstances improve. It just finds something new to attach itself to. So what actually changes things? You. Not your situation. Not your bank account. Not your status. You. The fear begins to loosen its grip when you decide it doesn't control your life anymore. When you stop waiting for the outside world to make you feel safe and start creating that safety within yourself. That's an inside job. No amount of success can do that for you. Everything I thought I wanted, the money, the title, the respect, the lifestyle. I didn't actually want those things. I wanted what I thought those things would give me. I wanted to feel safe. I wanted to feel valued. I wanted to feel loved. And I was looking for those feelings in all the wrong places, in achievements, in possessions, in other people's opinions. But those feelings, they were always available to me. I just didn't know it. Young people think happiness is waiting at the finish line. I thought that too. But there is no finish line. There is always another problem, another goal, another challenge. That's life. So if you're waiting for everything to be perfect before you allow yourself to feel okay, you're going to wait forever. Because perfection never comes. There will always be something missing, something uncertain, something unresolved. The truth is simple, but not easy. This is your life. Right now. Not later. Not when you finally make it. Not when everything lines up perfectly. Right now. If you can't find some peace on the way to where you're going, you won't find it when you get there either. I promise you that. I've lived it. So here's what I want you to take from all of this. Stop waiting. Stop telling yourself, I'll be happy when... That sentence is a trap. It postpones your life. It delays your peace. It convinces you that the present moment is not enough. But the present moment is all you have. And more importantly, you are already enough within it. You don't have to prove it. You don't have to earn it. You don't have to chase it. You just have to accept it. I'm 77 years old. I've made mistakes. I've chased the wrong things. I've lost time I can't get back. But if there's one thing I know for certain, it's this. Everything you're looking for is already inside you. You just have to stop running long enough to notice. If this message meant something to you, don't keep it to yourself. Share it with someone who's wearing themselves out chasing a version of life that will never make them feel whole. And I want to ask you something. What's your I'll be happy when? What are you waiting for? And what would change if you decided right now that you're already enough? If you want more conversations like this, real, honest, uncomfortable truths that actually matter, stay close. Because there's more to talk about.